Kregon's Dark World presents Amy Lynne's Demonic Trap. Amy Lynne had always been fascinated by the city's dark underbelly. She relished in the thought of exploring the seedy parts of town, and when her friend offered her a new designer drug, she eagerly accepted. But little did she know that this decision would take her on a journey into the depths of hell. As soon as the drug hit her system, Amy was transported to a decrepit trap house. The air was thick with the smell of decay and death, and every step she took made the floorboards creak beneath her feet. She could hear whispers in the darkness, and the occasional sound of something moving around just beyond her line of sight. Amy's heart raced with excitement and fear. She knew that she was in a dangerous place, but she was also intoxicated by the thrill of it all. It wasn't long before she encountered the gremlins with orange glowing eyes. They seemed to materialize out of the shadows, their sharp teeth glistening in the dim light. They clawed at her skin, and their razor-sharp teeth sank deep into her flesh, causing her blood to spurt out in great fountains. Amy screamed, but there was no one there to hear her. The gremlins seemed to be everywhere, jumping at her from every direction. They seemed to take pleasure in her pain and misery, their eyes burning with an otherworldly fire. Just when Amy thought she couldn't take it anymore, a shadow appeared. It was tall and dark, and it seemed to be made of the same material as the darkness itself. It approached her slowly, its mouth opening wide. Amy tried to run, but she was paralyzed with fear. The shadow forced her mouth open wider than she thought possible, and she felt her jaw crack as it entered her body. The pain was unbearable, and she blacked out. Days later, Amy woke up in a daze. She was covered in scratches and bruises, and she had a needle sticking out of her arm. She felt a strange sensation in her chest, like something was moving around inside her. As the days passed, Amy began to feel different. She was stronger, more alert, and more attuned to the darkness around her. She could taste the blood of the creature inside her, and she knew that it was guiding her towards something unspeakable. Amy's obsession grew stronger with each passing day. She began to see visions of unspeakable horror, of things that should never be seen by human eyes. She knew that she was no longer human, but a vessel for something far more sinister. One night, as she was wandering the streets, she encountered a group of homeless people. They were huddled together in a dark alleyway, their eyes sunken and hollow. They looked up at her with a mixture of fear and awe, and Amy knew that they could sense the darkness within her. Without warning, Amy lunged at them, her eyes burning with an otherworldly fire. The homeless people screamed and tried to run, but she was too fast for them. She tore them apart with her bare hands, her fingers sinking into their flesh like hot knives through butter. As the blood flowed, Amy felt a surge of power. She was unstoppable, invincible. She knew that she could do anything, and that nothing could stop her. And so she continued on her rampage, leaving a trail of death and destruction in her wake. The darkness followed her, ready to consume everything in its path. And as she wandered the streets, her eyes burning with an otherworldly fire, Amy knew that there was no turning back. She was a creature of the night now, a monster beyond all comprehension. It's truly a hell of a dark world when the demons come out to play.